Hello, welcome to the first of my fireside chats. I decided to call them fireside chats because believers keep telling me that I'm going to hell. So I might as well get used to the fire, and frankly it's a cosy place to be. Believers often tell me that I'm unfair to religion. They claim I'm imbalanced. Well, not the first to say that, but they argue that my balance is not there when it comes to discussing religion. I only point out the bad things. So I have a simple reply. I ask, well, are you balanced? Do you have a balanced approach to religion? Do you point out the harm it does? Odd, they don't all rush forward and point out that they do. So, as far as I'm concerned, if they are not going to be balanced about religion, it is my job to give the story of religion some balance. One of the things I often hear is the claim when some atrocity is taking place by some jihadist or some bigotry has led to violence, and certainly in the place where I grew up in Northern Ireland, I'm often told it has nothing to do with religion. This is a very curious argument, and I'm going to give you an interesting analogy, which is if somebody is arrested at 3 o'clock in the morning singing bawdy songs and breaking windows in the street, and they have imbibed an extremely large amount of alcohol, no one would say that their drinking of alcohol had nothing to do with their behaviour. Now, religion, on the other hand, arises from a psychological precondition. And that psychological precondition, in most cases, now I accept there is the exception of people who convert later in life, but in most cases it starts in childhood. The small child is told that their identity is a religious one. They are told that to love God is the most important thing. And they are emphasized the importance of this by having to attend a mosque or a church once a week, and all around them they are told these people are also part of your religion and these people are part of your identity. Now, there is an emotional intensity in being taught as a small child that your belief is the source of your identity. And I don't think that's an emotional identity that anybody ever can escape from unless they go through an honest realization, which many of us atheists have gone through, i.e. they honestly address that identity within themselves and reject it. Now, when the child grows up and becomes the jihadist or the bigot who kills, you can no more separate that behaviour from the ingrained psychological experience of childhood than you can separate the drunken behaviour of the lout arrested at 3 in the morning from alcohol. It's simply not honest to pretend that inculcating ideas into a small child doesn't have an effect. Now, you might say, well, I as the imam or the priest or the pastor wanted a good effect. But that's very much like the person drinking the alcohol saying, well, I just wanted to have a good time. Most people who drink alcohol don't go around breaking windows, etc. And I accept most people in religion don't end up as jihadists or bigots or whatever who kill people. But just because most people don't do it does not mean there is not a connection. You cannot say because most people don't get drunk there is no connection between alcohol and drunkenness. You know, we have to start being honest about religion. We have to start being honest about the fact that religion is a deep psychological process which can have very dangerous consequences. And frankly, to say when somebody kills because of the outcome of their religious identity that it has nothing to do with religion is dishonest. Thank you for listening. I hope you'll join me for a future talk.